Good morning, good morning. How are you today? I can't believe that this is the latest, I think, that I've ever done a broadcast in the morning. Don't ask me why. I just slept through till quite late this morning. Obviously, cats were being really good. They weren't meowing to be fed or anything else like that. And I've got up, I fed the cats. I've done all my checking the news and everything else. And obviously today is quite an important day because today is the day that a lot of changes are coming in the way of kind of a new lockdown that we're going to experience today. So again, I've been checking the local press, I've been checking the Greek national press, and let's have a quick look. As you can see, obviously the weather today is absolutely glorious again. Can you believe it's November? It's absolutely fantastic. A few clouds in the sky. It went a bit dull yesterday, but we didn't have any rain where we were. I did go up to Dragaki yesterday, and I was around Sillavi, and I also went obviously into town. But no, the weather was lovely yesterday, but it was a bit dull. And we do have the odd tourist still here at the moment as well, and I'll be talking about that in just a tick. Right then, let's just quickly switch my camera around, and guess what? This morning, I can't see it. Where are you? You've disappeared away again, haven't you? Oh, I hate it when it does that. Right, let me just quickly do this. Hoping it might return for me, and it's not. It's strange. It's not changing round for me like it normally does. All right then, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to crack on. You're just going to have to hear my voice and look at the flowers. You can also check to see that they're looking good. So what's been going on? Well, first of all, as always, just to give you a quick update on the COVID stats at the moment for Greece. Yesterday, we had 1,152 new cases. Unfortunately, we had 7 people who passed away, and we have now 153 people in ICUs. That now brings the total cases since the pandemic started to 42,080, with 642 deaths now, and 294 people have passed through the ICUs. As I've said today, we have not had any stat numbers for the amount of testing that has been done. All right. And as I've always said, the more testing you do, the more you will find. But I've got to be honest, the testing positive numbers have been dropping over the last few days. You may remember on Saturday, we had a 2,000 level spike, and now it has dropped down to obviously the latest of about 1,152. So yeah, our infection rate is dropping. Today we see new measures coming in. The curfew will start tonight, and also the mandatory wearing of masks will also go on. There were local reports published in the local press this morning about the police here on Zakynthos have been very busy doing checks and inspections, especially over the weekend and on Saturday night. They were showing a very big presence in St. Marcos Square, where they were also going into bars and checking for social distancing and checking licenses and reminding people that basically there would be a curfew starting today. So again, the police are going to be out and about, and they are going to be quite hot. Now, the other interesting thing is there's been a development since yesterday where it was announced that Thessaloniki and Ceres were going to go into like another extended lockdown, which is going to be more severe than the lockdown that the sort of measures that we're having put in where we are at the moment. And the reason for this is because Thessaloniki and Ceres have actually had a very big increase in their infection rate, and therefore they have decided, the Greek government yesterday, this was quite a quick decision, that they were going to change their status, well, not their status, but they were going to impose stricter measures on them as part of the curfew. Now, these measures may actually also go out to the rest of the country, but that has not yet been decided at the moment. So basically, what are the measures? Okay, well, Sirius and Thessaloniki only, they will have a 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew. They're also going to be having an SMS system, which we had in the spring, where basically you've got to text a number with a code number of what you are planning to do, whether it's go to the bank, go to the medical centre, go shopping, go to exercise or whatever. And until you get a reply from the police or the civil defence, then obviously you cannot move from your home. And if you're stopped by the police without this code on your phone, then obviously you'll be fine, but there's been no word of what fines will be or anything else like that at the moment. Also, as well, all non-essential flights to and from Thessaloniki are also suspended as well. So Thessaloniki and Ceres have gone into, or will go into, a much stricter lockdown than the rest of the country at the moment. But there is also at the moment talk that if the infection rate doesn't drop significantly more, and the interesting thing is that Greece actually has the lowest infection rate in Europe. But it is obviously worrying that if it gets too much of an infection rate, it obviously is putting their ICUs under a lot of pressure. And at the moment, the numbers in the ICUs, let me just look back at the figures. The numbers in the ICUs today was 153, and yesterday in the ICUs we had 140. So yeah, the ICU numbers are actually going up as well. So that's what's happening. So don't forget tonight, guys, from midnight until 5 o'clock in the morning, curfew here. Got to stay in your home. And also don't forget, as of today, mandatory mask wearing as well, whether you're indoors or whether you're outdoors. So again, we'll see how that all plays out as well. Anyway, another big story at the moment is the municipality of Zakynthos owes over 800,000 euros in an electricity bill to the company called Voltaire, while it still owes over 7 million euros to the Greek public company for electricity, the PPC. Now, the mayor has been to see the Minister of the Interior, and also been to the HQ of the Voltaire electric company, who provide power for the municipality, water and sewage on the island. Anyway, threats of power outages that would stop water pumping and sewage being processed had been laid at the municipality because they obviously want this to be sorted. So at the moment, the mayor, speaking to the Greek press, said he aims to try and restructure the debt at the moment. But he says there needs to be a fundamental restructuring of the DIAS, that's like the local council, as a way to sort out some of the debt, which has now got to approximately 7 million euros. It also was mentioned that there's a lot of people who are living in public accommodation, social housing, etc., who've not actually received electricity bills for a very long time. And obviously one aim is now to sort of look at these people and try and get these bills sorted. I don't know if they're going to try and write off any of the bills, because at the moment the accounts for the municipality at the moment are frozen. So again, we'll keep an eye on that, because the last thing we want is no sewage and water here on the island because we haven't paid the electric bill, or the municipality hasn't paid their electric bill. Also as well, Saturday, the 7th of November, sees the last flight out of Zakynthos to Luton with Wizz Air. Just to remind you, there is still another flight to come in on the 5th, which is Thursday. Only 2 flights left now. TUI finished their operations last week. So that flight comes in to come into the island on the 5th of November, and obviously the last flight out is on the 7th of November. Now, everybody's been asking about, is Jane trying to get back? Yes, Jane is trying to get back. She's actually going to probably try and fly out of Manchester, but come back via a route through the Netherlands, etc., to get back to Athens. But at the moment, she does still plan to get back and get out of England before there's a complete lockdown or a stoppage of flights at the moment. So yeah, it is difficult for people now to kind of get here directly but you can always still come in through Athens, because that's the way that Jane will come in, is through Athens, as she'd originally planned anyway. But trying to get down to Luton to fly back actually was more difficult, believe it or not, than it is to go via Holland and then back into Athens that way. So anyway, she's waiting to see. Her flight has still not been cancelled or anything else like that. So we shall wait and see what's going on. Also see what's happening in Holland as well. Right, okay, let's have a quick look. I really do apologise that you can't see my face this morning. The controls, which are normally apparent to switch the screens around, for some reason this morning it's not there. So I'll just say a quick hello to Emma Marcoux, nice to have you there. Bob Monroe as well, Raffridge buddy tuning in, nice to see you. Emma Marcoux says, morning Ginge. Margaret Black is tuning in as well, nice to see you as well. Patrick Curtin is watching. Jack Harmer is watching. Andrew the Fridge Watkins is watching as well. Aaron Vardy, Hilary Jones and 6 others are watching you. I've just got a little message saying that. Nice to speak to you as well, Aaron, and also you, Hilary. Patsy Ann Dobson says, good morning, Ginge. You do brighten up my day. Have a good day. Well, thank you for that. That has made my day, that has. It's been one of them funny mornings this morning, I've got to be honest. Anne Cowles is watching. Brett Weston is also watching. Lee Alexandros, you're also tuning in as well. Nice to see you, mate. Are you here on the island, or have you disappeared away on a driving job somewhere? Because I know he drives backwards and forwards quite a bit. Donna Mills is watching as well. Derek and Bridget Cole, nice to have you tuning in as well. I think you're in Cyprus, if I remember rightly. Nice to have you in. Mark Halliburton is also watching in. Also, Christine Coldwell is watching as well, all the way from sunny Leighton Buzzard. Nice to have you tuning in. Stephen Hodgson is watching as well. Jason C. Bennett is watching. Angela Love is watching. Kevin Bell is watching as well. Chris Minty is watching. Oh, Minty's watching. Nice to. He was a good regular to Magdalena's in most years. I think he only just managed to get here this year for a very short visit before, obviously, with the restrictions going on and everything else. Mandy Simmons is watching, and Maureen Elves up the road behind us, she's watching as well. Nice to have you tuning in. So what's happening today? Well, today I'm not really sure what I'm doing today, besides tidying up, cleaning up, that sort of thing, making sure the cats are okay. I'm probably going to go into town and just have a look around and see how strict the enforcement is of this mandatory mask wearing, etc. is going to be. Also as well, just get a general feel of the buzz of everything here on the island as well. But other than that, the weather is still lovely. Can't believe, again, like I've already said, it's November. And yeah, it looks like the season is slowly grinding to a halt. But there's always the winter to come, and there's lots of that can be happening in the winter, that is for sure. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I'm gibbering on. I will see you again tomorrow. Hopefully everything is good. You have a good day wherever you are, and enjoy. I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.